Alter Bridge, and you're watching PureGrainAudio. A lot of it had to do with Myles' commitment to Slash. Had put out a record at some point during the Fortress album cycle. Myles went to tour with that and support that around the world. And Mark also did Tremonti, which was on. It released an album, I believe it was in 2012, and this was the follow-up to that at the end of 2014, beginning of 2015, and then released another album about a year after that. So they were both out working on that while working on some new material for this new Alter Bridge record. But we started the actual arrangement process where we all got to sit down and sort of pick out what we liked and didn't like, make some change, decide what we felt were going to be the strongest songs for this new release. At the beginning of February of this year. Started the recording process actually a month later. It was a pretty quick writing session. There was a lot of great ideas, and it was just a matter of getting all those ideas to fit together in one song and then moving on to the next song. It's been quick. I think for the most part, they kind of write on their own. Mark has a million ideas that he's sort of cataloged. Myles has done the same. They tend to do it sort of in pieces, where it's chorus ideas, a bunch of chorus ideas cataloged, a bunch of verse ideas cataloged, bridge ideas that are cataloged, and then it's finding those right parts that fit with the next part, as opposed to songs that are start to finish, where it's all ready to go. We've done that and it's worked well, but I think for all of us it tends to work better having different ideas that you can pull from, and if you've got a solid chorus idea, it's just finding that right verse that fits with it. Show Me a Leader was the first single, at least in the States, I think over here as well, and we started playing that live starting in the US over the summer, and then we did a small run in the fall. Went over really well, and a lot of these songs are sort of, we're learning how to replay them since it's been a while since we recorded them and didn't get a chance to have a whole lot of rehearsal time. So there's a lot of sound checks that are spent hashing over these and, oh yeah, it goes like this, that type thing. Yeah. But that's been a great one. We've added in The Last Hero, which is the title track off of the record. Been playing it sort of sparingly on this tour, which is a really challenging song, but a lot of fun to play, and the crowd really seems to like it. With Roadrunner, who are a fantastic label, and we had a great relationship with them, a lot of the key people that we worked with on AB3 and on Fortress were no longer there, and we were, our obligation, our contract was up for renegotiation, and we decided to sort of explore our options and found that a lot of the people that we were working with had moved on to Napalm or moved on to some other independent companies, and we liked that team. We felt like we had really good success with them. Found a great home in Napalm, who have given us a lot of support, are great with promotion, and it's off to a great start. When we started as Alter Bridge back in 2004, and we were with Wind Up, and I think it was Sony at the time over here, the industry had changed so much from the time that we started that album cycle to even finish that album cycle. And just noticed that some labels were still trying to cling to that old idea of how an album was worked, and how money was spent, and it's just a changing landscape. It's still a changing landscape today. Yeah. So from there, we had gone to Universal and had a good relationship with them, but found that, especially over here, our interest might be better served with somebody like a Roadrunner, changing and evolving and moving with the times. And from there, as we've sort of found our core fan base and still continuing to have success, we felt like the more control that we had over everything was better, and that's sort of why we've chosen the path that we have. It's awesome. We're fans of all different styles of music and types of music. Creative metal, like the Gojira guys, or really good straight ahead rock like Volbeat or Like a Storm, who've been friends of ours for a long time. Right. It just seems like for us as fans of other bands, if you go to a show, maybe it's kind of cool to see a diverse mix of music and not just the same style of band and then move on to the next thing and it's the same style of band. But it's entertaining for us, and the fans really seem to enjoy it. I think it's a chance for, if it's metal fans that are die-hard metal fans that are coming to see Gojira, then maybe it opens their eyes to a band like us, and vice versa, fans that are maybe more into melodic type rock that see a band like Gojira and how amazing they are. Maybe it increases their fan base as well. Yeah, the crowds have been really good. The show starts. I think normally 6:15 is when the first band is on. We don't go on until about 9:20. So there's 3 hours of opening music, and fans are getting there early and seeing the support acts, and it filters in, the later it gets in the night. Not everybody can get off work early and come to the show, but yeah, it's been really good, and the response seems to be great for everybody. I think there's the one thing that we noticed about Europe and the UK especially that's a little bit different than the States is that fans of music just appreciate all kinds of music, and it doesn't have to be that one specific genre that they're going to see. There's a band called Seven Dust that they're not overly well known here, but we tried to get them on this tour, but we couldn't quite get it to work out. John Connolly, the guitar player, Vinnie Hornsby, and myself and Eric Friedman from Tremonti have a side project called Projected. Just finished recording the next couple of albums worth of material for right before we left for the summer tour with this new record for Alter Bridge. Did an album in 2012 that Michael Elvis Basquiat, the guy that's produced and mixed all the Alter Bridge stuff, mixed that record. We didn't do a whole lot to release it, just kind of put it out on John's Facebook page and through some of his social media channels. But really liked the record, had a lot of fun doing it, and it wasn't supposed to be a band, but it kind of turned into a band, sort of. So we've got new material that's coming out next summer, at least at some point next year. And hopefully when Mark goes out to support, the Tremonti stuff and Myles is doing Slash, then maybe we can get out and sneak on the road with Mark as an opening band.